We are about to see one of the most dangerous bearish reversal signals known to technical analysis triggered this week. So let's see what we can do from now on. Is it time to follow the herd and sell? Or is it time to buy fear? Well, as always, we are going to study the market through the lens of technical analysis in order to develop intelligent strategies that you can apply. This is the Finance Hydra channel, and our focus is always on guiding you to trade with strategy, without personal opinions, without stress, and without emotions. Everything shared here is based on technical evidence and facts. My name is Nathan. Welcome to another daily study. Now, yes, SPY is clearly dropping today. We see another bearish reaction, rejecting any possibility of a bullish reaction over here, any possibility of a bottom signal in this area. We are not only losing yesterday's low, but we are also making a new weekly low. And today is Thursday, all right? On the weekly chart, we see this very dangerous bearish reversal chart structure called double top chart pattern. We see a crystal clear double top over here below the 612 area, the 610 area over here. Now, by closing below the 575, the previous support level over here from January 13, it is going to technically trigger this double top chart structure, which is one of the most dangerous and most reliable bearish reversal chart structures known to technical analysis on the weekly chart, suggesting a long-term bearish reversal chart structure. In this scenario, what's SPY's next support level on the weekly chart, long-term wise? 510. All right, we already dropped roughly 10%, is a little bit more than 10% right now since the previous top, so we could easily drop more, roughly 10% over here, 16, 17% in order to fully materialize this bearish reversal chart structure. So we gotta be very careful over here. We must be very careful. What's the only thing, the only possibility for the SPY to reject such bearish scenario over here would be if we see a miraculous, extremely miraculous bullish reaction tomorrow, closing above the 575, but that's nearly impossible right now. Not impossible, but nearly impossible to occur. In theory, we are going to close below the 575 on the weekly chart, triggering this double top chart pattern. What's the problem with this bearish scenario is that even if we see any medium-term recovery, any medium-term bounce, we could see just another dead cat bounce, okay? So yes, we do not see any bullish reaction right now, any bullish reaction suggesting a bottom signal, but even if we do, we have many resistance levels that could prevent the price from reaching higher levels like the 565, the previous support level from October, like the 567, the previous support level from November. These key points are now resistance levels. What's more, the most important one is around 576, 575, which is not only the trigger point of this double top chart pattern on the weekly chart, but it is also a previous support level from November 5, from January 13, and this key point could be another resistance level in the future, along with the 21-day EMA, which is dropping right now, the exponential moving average on the daily chart. So we have at least four resistance levels on the SPY ETF. So even if we see a bounce, even a quite optimistic bounce back to the 21-day EMA is not going to be enough to completely reverse this bearish sentiment, all right? So any bounce could be just another dead cat bounce. And of course, to make matters worse, there is not a single possibility of a bounce right now. So yes, in theory, SPY is not only insanely bearish, but we are supposed to seek lower support levels. Although on the weekly chart we saw the 510, on the daily chart we see a secondary support level around 539, and if we were to see a bounce, if we are going to see any bullish reaction on the SPY ETF, I would be happier to see a bullish reaction above the 539, okay? Then I will believe that it could bounce again. But right now, we are far away from the 539. We do not see any bullish reaction. On the weekly chart, we are on the verge of triggering this double top chart pattern. So right now, SPY is certainly not bullish at all. Not short term, not medium term, not long term anymore. Okay, so we gotta be extremely careful. Let's see if SPY is going to react near one of its support levels or not. For swing trading purposes, it is totally plausible to capture a bottom signal over here, but for investing, for long-term investing, well, we don't see any meaningful long-term bullish reaction, suggesting a frustration of this bearish reversal chart structure. So yes, it is a very complicated situation right now. The QQQ shares a very similar chart structure. We see the QQQ losing this ascending channel's support level, right? Completely rejecting the bullish bias, the previous bullish bias. We also triggered a double top chart pattern over here, right? We lost the 21 weekly moving average as well. So we lost many critical support levels on the QQQ. So it is, again, not bullish at all. On the weekly chart, the situation looks terrible because we did trigger this double top chart pattern. We lost the support line of this ascending channel last week. This week, we are just reinforcing the previous bearish sentiment. So tech stocks are not performing well. We may see some interesting possibilities in the future if we see a bullish reaction next week, but right now these things are just fiction, okay? Because they could happen, but right now we do not see any bullish reaction confirming a bottom signal. Guys, remember, real trading is reactive. It is not predictive, okay? Newbies want to try to predict the future. Newbies use technical analysis to try to not only predict the future, but they use TA in a so confident way that they simply forget about risk management as well. And remember, guys, technical analysis is not here to help us in predicting the future. This is what the false gurus, the fake gurus will try to sell you. We understand that TA is one of the many tools we can use in order to react properly to the market, and the most important of all, to use risk management. Is the perfect tool for us to understand how to use risk management properly. So that's why we use technical analysis, and that's how I recommend to you to use technical analysis as well. Okay, we can easily understand how the market works because, guys, TA is about market psychology, all right? Every single candlestick over here represents one different battle between bulls and bears, okay? Every single candle represents one day, and when we understand how to read charts, how the movements unfold in front of us, we usually, most of the time, we nail very good patterns, okay? Chart patterns, candlestick patterns, in order to design our strategies, and always using good risk management, okay? So that's how we use technical analysis in this channel, okay? So for you to understand, right now, if you ask me, Nathan, what the QQQ needs to do to convince you that it is going to make a very nice and a statistically reliable bottom signal, we gotta see an extremely impressive bullish reaction tomorrow, right? Because tomorrow is Friday, so it has to be tomorrow, closing above 477, the previous support level, which is right now the price. The QQQ's price is dancing around this key point, right? Stabilizing around the 477 with a very high volatility. But if we see tomorrow a miraculous reaction of this kind, I will be more optimistic on the QQQ. And when I say optimistic, I mean we could see a bullish rally ahead to the next resistance level. I'm not saying that the QQQ is going to reverse the bearish sentiment, because remember, a pullback is different than a reversal. Okay, pullbacks and reversals are two completely different things, all right? Of course, in order for a reversal to materialize, we gotta see SPY bouncing again. I'm so sorry, the QQQ, I mean, bouncing again to its resistance level, but this alone is definitely not a reversal signal. Okay, for swing trading purposes, we can take advantage of a bounce. Yes, we can, but for now, we don't see any confirmation of a bottom signal. We are still below the 477. Today we see another bearish candle, so QQQ is still insanely bearish on the daily and on the weekly chart as well. If we see a bottom signal on the weekly chart closing above the 477, fantastic. Maybe it is going to bounce again to the 21-day EMA, or maybe even to the $500. In this context, many tech stocks would also fly as well. But right now, guys, I'm sorry to tell you, but we are not doing anything meaningful right here. Now, Nvidia is dropping today a little bit, right? 0.03%. Nvidia is performing relatively well because, well, unlike the SPY, unlike the QQQ, is actually going up more than 2.5% this week. So it is performing well. It is trying to perform the rejection of this possible bearish pivot point closing above the $113. That's what you want to see SPY. I'm so sorry, the QQQ doing next, okay? Closing above the previous support level, reinforcing this area as a support level, okay? That's the reaction you want to see on the QQQ to reinforce a bullish case on tech stocks, all right? But for now, it seems that only Nvidia is making such interesting reaction, suggesting a possible bounce to higher levels. We have the 21-day EMA as our first resistance level. However, I do confess that recently, in the past few months over here, the moving average has not been that reliable, okay? So maybe we could seek the 130s again, but for now, the market is not looking that good, so maybe Nvidia is not going to perform that well. I'm still very skeptical regarding Nvidia, regarding Tesla, regarding Palantir, many other stocks I'm going to show you guys here in this video. But right now, Nvidia is still in a very delicate situation. We are below the 21-day EMA, right? The exponential moving average on the daily chart. So we are still not looking that good. On the 1-hour chart, we see the possibility of a bullish pivot point, okay? Higher high, higher low. If we see this going on, fantastic. Nvidia could perform very well for the next couple of weeks, but we have yet to see more confirmation. Yes, Nvidia is making a very good bullish reactions over here. This is great, but I'm still a little bit skeptical regarding it. Now, Tesla is dropping 2.99%, 3% today. Okay, it is interesting to see Tesla reacting on the 1-hour chart over here, trying to bounce. In fact, it seems that Tesla is trying to make a cup and handle chart pattern, right? Either way, we gotta break this resistance area over here near the 255. What's more, the 255 is not only the trigger point of this cup and handle chart pattern on the 1-hour chart, but it is also the rejection point of this possible bearish exhaustion bar, which we did identify a few days ago. So yes, it is a very interesting key point. It was the previous gap support level over here from November 5, all right, 4 months ago. So yes, it is a very important support level for Tesla, resistance level right now. So if we see Tesla breaking the 255, let's say that you are bullish on Tesla, okay? You are bullish on it. That's the key point. You want to see Tesla breaking 255. Then we may see another bounce. And again, a bounce. Maybe it is going to be just another dead cat bounce because we don't know. The trend is still bearish. We still see a sequence of lower highs, lower lows. We don't see higher highs, higher lows yet. So Tesla is still bearish medium term wise. Yes, we are making promising reactions on the daily chart, and it is funny how technical analysis is marvelous, all right? Because we just closed this open gap over here, and then we saw a bullish reaction. So if we are going to see Tesla bouncing again, now is the perfect time to do so, okay? It's the perfect time to do so. Of course, more confirmation would be very good, but right now we are already trying to react, okay? If the indices can't maintain their prices around this support area over here, well, probably then we're gonna see Tesla and the Nvidia rejecting their bullish chart structures as well, okay? So that's why I'm telling you guys, the situation is right now not good for many tech stocks, okay? Nvidia, Tesla, although they are making interesting bullish reactions, the indices have yet to confirm a bullish case over here. So yes, it is still a very delicate situation. And now if you ask me, Nathan, how do you recommend proceeding in a scenario like this? All right, because again, it is not easy. We see the indices not making the situation easier at any moment over here. So how to proceed in this situation, guys? What we at the 5% project are doing right now, we are focusing on low beta stocks with a defensive profile with low correlation to the indices. For instance, guys, this stock over here, SCI, a stock in the consumer services industry. This one triggered a buy signal to us over here. Why? Bullish reaction near the 21-day EMA. It simply exploded to our target. We already sold over here at its peak. Another stock here, Sencora over here, this one also triggered a buy signal to us, a bullish engulfing candle pattern above the 21-day EMA, above a support level, and then it hit our target up here. Classic bullish engulfing candle pattern on Sencora, amazing trade. Another stock that is performing very well. This one has yet to hit our target, but it is performing very well. Electronic arts, gaming stock. I love video games, right? It is performing very well. It is making a pullback, a bullish engulfing above the 21-day EMA as well. We already bought over here, right? But still, it is performing very well. If you ask me, it is going to reach our target in the next few days or maybe in the next few weeks. So all these stocks, unlike Tesla, unlike Nvidia, unlike AMD, Palantir, etc., they have low correlation to the indices. Okay, so I recommend trading these stocks, to make some cash on these stocks, and then when we see the indices find their very bottom, then okay, we're gonna use this cash to invest in more stocks, invest for long term, or even to trade these stocks for swing trading purposes as well. Okay, so that's our main goal right now, making cash using these low beta, low correlated stocks, and then we'll see how the market will behave next, because we can always find very good, amazing opportunities in this market. And this is why I invite you to join our group, the 5% project, where you have access to exclusive signals, where I give you complete trading plans, telling you where to buy, where to sell, explaining why we are buying, right? Always with a technical basis. Starting this Monday, we will have exclusive lives together for members only, so we can talk, so you guys can talk to me, okay? It is completely free to try. You can even download my ebook on technical analysis for free as well, so you can learn to identify the most important candle and chart structures we use here on our videos together every single day. Because guys, the teachings are always for free, okay? And because we deliver very good results for our members, most of the people who test our service end up staying for real. It is a very healthy philosophy, and I think you will like what we can offer to you. So the link to my website is in this video's description, okay? Right here below, video's description. All right, take a look, see if you like it. Now, AMD, this one is not convincing me at all. It is still insanely bearish, okay? Following the bearish sentiment seen on the QQQ, okay? As long as we see AMD making lower highs, lower lows, it is not going to reverse. We gotta see higher highs, higher lows, trading above the 21-day EMA in order for us to believe that AMD is going to reverse. Right now, it is still below our resistance levels. We do not see higher highs, higher lows. Yes, yesterday we did a phenomenal bullish reaction, but today we are doing another phenomenal bearish reaction. So it is not convincing me. If you ask me, Nathan, what's the key point for you? What's the key point that AMD needs to break in order to convince you that it could turn bullish again? $103. This key point is very close to the 21-day EMA as well, right? So it is a double resistance level. Are we still below this key point? Yes. So we are maintaining the bearish bias, period, okay? I'm not going to be convinced by anything AMD does as long as it stays below this double resistance level. Similarly, we see Palantir below the 21-day EMA, not making higher highs, higher lows. Now you may say, but Nathan, on the 1-hour chart, if we see Palantir making a higher high, higher low over here, would this be a bottom signal to you? It could be, okay? What's more, we don't see any, just a possible higher high, higher low, but we see the possibility of an inverted head and shoulders chart pattern as well. One of the most reliable bullish reversal chart structures known in technical analysis. What's the problem? The problem is that this head and shoulders is just a possibility. Okay, in order to trigger this head and shoulders, we need to see Palantir breaking and closing above the neckline, which is around $85. Okay, so far, I'm still a little bit skeptical regarding Palantir. I would be happier to see Palantir actually retesting the $72 again, but still, if we see an inverted head and shoulders, maybe Palantir will bounce again. Maybe I could even share a buy signal on our Telegram channel, but for now, this scenario is just a possibility, okay? And as long as we see the indices making bearish reactions over here, this possibility is not that high. So again, we gotta be very careful on Palantir because it is a high beta stock. It has a beta of 2.66. So yes, it is very high, okay? So we need to trade with a very good strategy on stocks like this, all right? Regarding MicroStrategy, this one is quite, I see this one as a more optimistic one because the situation is very simple, okay? We see a possible double bottom chart pattern, right? The price stabilized above the $231. Good, very good. And right now we are trying to make a bullish reaction over here. If we see MicroStrategy materializing a double bottom chart pattern over here, we could see a major bullish reversal next, possibly to retest higher resistance levels like the 404. What's more, we have an open gap above the price. And remember, gaps work as magnets for the price when trends reverse. So by closing this gap over here, MicroStrategy would also make this gap a possible exhaustion gap. So we have many interesting bullish signals, but we have to wait for more confirmation, and preferably if you have a long-term view on MicroStrategy, you gotta see the breakout of this double bottom chart pattern over here, okay? Then and only then we may see MicroStrategy flying again above the 400s again. All right, it is a very promising one. This one is on my personal radar, okay? But right now we have to see more confirmation on the daily chart. And the Micron guys, I was about to send a buy signal on our Telegram channel to the members of the 5% project on Micron yesterday, okay? But what's the problem in trading Micron over here? I know we saw a bullish Harami candle pattern yesterday. This bullish Harami appeared right above a crystal clear support level, right? $87. We found a support level at this key point here, 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 and here again. All right, so it was a classic bottom signal, right? Yes, it was, but the problem is that Micron is going to report earnings in 7 days now. So the volatility is not only high right now, but it will be higher in just 1 week. So I voluntarily skipped this one, okay? Because to me, it is simply not for my style, okay? It is not, this one is not following my style. We have many warning signals on the market. The volatility is insanely high, okay? We are still trapped inside this long-term congestion over here, right? So inside this rectangle, right? So it is not to me right now yet. Maybe after earnings, if we see Micron collapsing again to the $84, fantastic. Probably another buying opportunity, but right now I would just keep my eyes open because the volatility is high and we could see another collapse to our next support area over here. So of course I am going to keep you guys updated on this channel every single day on these stocks and many others. So if you are still watching this video for roughly 27 minutes, dude, it is too late for you. All right, you do like technical analysis, and clearly this channel, well, has been entertaining in some way. So consider subscribing, because we are here every single day sharing unbiased analysis of the market, sharing many good trading strategies, many good ideas. So this channel is clearly for you, and click the like button as well to support this community. Thank you very much for your audience, my dear friends. See you guys tomorrow. Stay safe. Bye bye.